First of all, call this regular meeting of the North Rock City Council to order. Ms. Whitby, would you please call the roll?
Yes, sir. Ross?
Here.
White?
Here.
Taylor?
Here.
Robinson?
Here.
Baxter is out. Vouch?
Here.
Height?
Here.
And Witcher?
Present.
The quorum is present, sir.
Thank you. Can I ask that we stand for the prayer to be led by Alderwoman Robinson, followed by the pledge by Alderman Taylor, and if I could, ask you to bow your heads, please.
Father, we thank you for another day, another opportunity to take on the business of the city. I ask that you touch our hearts and minds where we be able to make the right decisions on behalf of our individual wards and on behalf of the entire city. I ask that you be with our soldiers that are overseas fighting on our behalf. And these and other blessings we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So moved.
Second.
Made and seconded that the minutes of the previous meeting be approved as submitted. Any discussion on the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Do I have a blanket motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
How about pulling number 6? Any other council member want any others pulled?
Number 3.
Number 3 and number 1? Oh, just number 3.
Yes.
Okay, 3 and 6. On the motion?
Let me get 3 up. On the motion, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Go ahead and read number 3 by title.
By title, it is a letter from Alice Riffis, Field Office Director, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, Region, what is that? 5, 6, Region 6. Letter to Mayor Hayes announcing emergency homeowners loan program which can prevent foreclosures by providing interest-free forgivable loans of up to $50,000 to homeowners who are in danger of losing their homes because of unemployment, underemployment, or a temporary medical condition, and the deadline to apply is July 22nd.
Can I get a motion, and then we can talk about that just a
Move
second?
accept and file.
Second.
Is there a second on the, let me just, before I call for a vote, we know how many people are struggling to have homeowners assistance, and this is an opportunity, so we just hope that anybody that would be interested in looking at this, we're going to talk about a little bit more on homes and number 6 for just a second, but if anybody wants to point out anything on that, it's certainly an opportunity, and deadline's approaching, which is 11 days away. So if anybody's interested, the HUD Regional Office, and I'm sure we could call Ms. Bowman. I don't know if Mary Beth's here, but if you need any further information on it, feel free to contact her at our Office of Community Development or directly contact HUD. Any further discussion on the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Number 6.
Please, can I just read it by title, and then I'll explain it?
Yes, sir. A letter from Mayor Hayes dated July 7, 2011 to the City Council members regarding the Executive Director's position at the Argenta Community Development Corporation and being vacant for the past few months.
Let me get a motion, and I'll...
So moved.
Second.
Y'all might have read the article, or Democrat Gazette. Mr. Sandelin helped share some of that information last week, but we had been under discussions. I think many of us know we are blessed and then at the same time busy. Blessed and busy, I guess you could say. Blessed in the sense that we have been awarded NSP 1 money about, I'm trying to remember, somewhere in the neighborhood of $2 million, and that is through an allocation from the state Department of Arkansas Department of Finance, ADFA, Arkansas Department of Finance Administration, and then $6 million and some change from direct allocation from HUD. We have, and the second batch of homes is going to be somewhere in excess of 100, slightly in excess of 100 homes based on the budget. The first is somewhere between, well, 13, but we're working through some property issues on a couple. And we have three principal partners. One is the Habitat for Humanities, the other is the Arkansas Housing Authority, and the third and principal partner is the Argenta CDC. They have the lion's share of both the NSP1. NSP stands for Neighborhood Stabilization Program, and NSP2. The difference being, the second one we received directly from HUD. We have been working with our principal, all partners, but certainly more sensitive to our principal partner. We have a little bit more flexibility from a timing standpoint on NSP1 than we do NSP2. We need to have roughly half of the $6 million committed by February, I believe it's the 12th, but the first or second week in February. And we've had some challenges with our principal partner in terms of communication and activity in making these projects move forward. Some of that difficulty has been resolved. I know that without going into details, they're involved in a transition. I think we all know that the former director, Brad Williams, is no longer the director, and we have an interim director right now who is working and has brought our partner up to what we believe is current. I, for example, had 2 meetings along with various conversations last week in ensuring that we are as timely as possible, and certainly appears that we're on track to be able to do what we need to do. Beginning around the first of the year, if not before, Ms. Bowman is one of the principal staff liaisons, or in fact the principal staff liaison. I know Mr. Smith has been helping out, but Mary Beth has really jumped in there and has worked through some difficulties, and also is working through the transition of the new leadership at the Argenta CDC. We've asked her to take this on. It's extremely important in supervising and liaisoning with moving these housing projects forward. In fact, last week I had the opportunity to cut 3 ribbons the same day with homes. I think several of our council members were represented at some of those ribbon cuttings, and it's really gratifying to see people moving into those homes, and it can truly make a difference. Well over 100 homes if all of this is timed right. And so the letter is somewhat explanatory along those lines. I'll be happy to answer any questions, but with all that extra responsibility, we did have the opportunity for some administrative costs, but I know in consulting with the city attorney's office, we became concerned that there may be some conflict of interest that we didn't feel would be appropriate. So this appeared to be the best answer in talking to the city attorney's office in light of the extra responsibility that we've asked her to undertake and the importance of that responsibility. So if there's any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Does the appointment of a city employee in say a quasi-management position put the city in any liability against this nonprofit type agency?
Fair question, good question to ask. In this situation, no. I think that it's not proper for us to put a city employee just in a direct managerial role to supervise people in a nonprofit. Under the auspices that the duty of our city employee is to manage the nonprofit for their interests. I think in this particular circumstance, Mary Beth is advancing city interests as far as NSP1 and NSP2 grants go. And it's perfectly appropriate for her to protect our interests in the absence of an Argenta CDC director, and as you had mentioned with your narrative, Mayor, to act as a more direct liaison for the actions that are going on through Argenta CDC right now.
Well, and I'll give you an example. In consultation with Mary Beth, I felt that it was very important that we have several meetings last week with the parties involved, both to get, assurances and outlines of our progress. We're in fact going to have these meetings on at least a monthly basis, if not more often, to make sure that we all work together from the mayor's office to the community development office to the 3 partners, the city attorney's office, acquiring, and we're on target. We're starting 6 houses. I think the foundations have been laid for 6 of the houses by the Argenta CDC. They're getting approval this week for another 6. So, I mean, progress is being made, but it was slow getting started, and I think this additional responsibility is certainly deserving of what we're asking the council for. On the motion.
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson? Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Let's see, we don't show any presentations, public hearings, don't have any public hearings. I note citizen comment, we've had 2 people sign up. I think both want to comment on 01141, so the microphone's open.
We were kind of looking to Alderman Taylor if he wanted them to speak before it was called or not.
No.
Okay. We appreciate the water, we just never do know. I think there was a decision made in,
You're a good man,
in,
Joe.
that we were going to be brief, but we never do know that, Mr. Smith. Thank you. All right, then let's go to, Ms. Whitby, I'm going to hold R 1165 again. Let's go to R 1191.
R 1191. Sorry, I'm having to get on to someone over here.
Not unusual.
Excuse me?
I was having to get on to someone, it's okay. R 1191, a resolution accepting donation of a right-of-way easement from the Overbrook Property Owners Association for a certain area, including a jogging trail near 5 Mile Creek between John F. Kennedy Boulevard and North Hills Boulevard.
We're going to pull that one
Ditto.
and refile it at a later date.
All right,
Okay. New business, R 11104, Mayor Hayes.
please call it.
A resolution authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an agreement for payment by the city of North Little Rock to the state of Arkansas for its proportionate share of salaries for the North Little Rock District Court judges.
So moved.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
R 11105, Mayor Hayes.
Please call it.
A resolution accepting the reversionary assignment of, accepting assignment of the reversionary interest of Ann B. Roxborough in a right-of-way deed for property located on the Levy Spur Track in the city of North Little Rock.
Move for adoption.
Second.
Discussion on the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher? Ordinances 01139, Mayor Hayes.
Please call it.
An ordinance defining planning consultant to be professional services under Arkansas law, first reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place on the second reading.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance defining planning consultant to be a professional services under Arkansas law, second reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place on the third reading.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance defining planning consultant to be professional services under Arkansas law, third and final reading.
On the question?
Question, Mayor.
I'm sorry.
No, for some reason, in the back of my mind, I was thinking that we had done this 5, 6 years ago in some form or fashion.
I can tell you, I brought my handy-dandy form that I'd made for our professional services selection committee, and I go back a ways for everybody who we've defined to be professional service, and we didn't have planning consultant. We did have, because I think Joe Smith was under the same understanding, but we researched it, and we have done similar consultants for the electric department, which I think you just whispered over here but, to me, Debbie, but not just for the type of planning consultant that we're talking about. Last time that we hired planning consultants, it was through a tri-party agreement. It was a separate type arrangement altogether.
Okay, thank you.
Let's get a motion.
So moved.
All
Second.
right, motion made and second. On the motion to adopt on third and final, Ms. Whitby?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Ordinance 1140, Alderman Taylor.
Please call it.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 11044 Highway 165 in the city of North Little Rock from I-2 to C2 classification, amending ordinance 7697 of the city of North Little Rock and adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property. First reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place on the second reading.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance reclassifying certain property located at 11044 Highway 165 in the city of North Little Rock from I-2 to C2 classification, amending ordinance 7697, adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place it on third reading.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Yes.
Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 11044 Highway 165 in the city of North Little Rock from I-2 to C2 classification, amending ordinance 7697 of the city of North Little Rock and adopting an amended land use plan for the subject property. Third and final reading.
Question. Where's this located?
Down on, was it 165?
On Little Beach.
Yeah.
Where?
Down,
England Highway?
England
England
Highway.
Highway, down toward
Little Beach.
Glacier, on the other side of the highway in that
Yep.
strip.
Exactly.
And, okay, all right, yeah. Isn't this the second Dollar General store we,
Yeah, I think we got one going down on Pike Avenue, so.
Pike Avenue? Okay.
The second one for the second ward.
We're
They
very
like
happy.
Ward 2.
We're just
We like that.
Glad.
I take that as a motion to adopt on third and final. Is there a second?
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
O 1141, Alderman Taylor.
Please call it.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 907 H Street in the city of North Little Rock from R3 to planned use development to allow a 10-foot rear yard setback, amending ordinance number 7697. First reading.
Move to suspend the rules, place on the second reading.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 907 H Street in the city of North Little Rock from R3 to planned use development to allow a 10-foot rear yard setback, amending ordinance 7697. Second reading.
Move to suspend the rules and place it on third reading.
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
An ordinance reclassifying property located at 907 H Street in the city of North Little Rock from R3 to planned use development to allow a 10-foot rear yard setback, amending ordinance 7697. Third and final reading.
On, question?
I'm just curious why this didn't go to the, planning.
Looked like it did.
It's not.
It's a really, really long story, and I can go into it if you really want me to.
We want you to.
Can you shorten it?
Can I give you the Cliff Notes version?
Please do.
The applicant is ill, and we really need to get this expedited because he needs to move into the unit. Spoke with staff; they didn't have any problems with it. Said that it would be okay to bring it to council, and
Do any of the neighbors have any problem with it?
no,
They're probably excited.
it's a very, very nice structure.
It's a very nice house.
Let's get another motion
So move.
on third and final. There's second?
Second.
On the motion?
Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
On the emergency, Ross?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch? Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Concludes new business.
Thank you. Any council member?
The Neighbors United for Levy, this Saturday night at 6 o'clock, they're having a picnic at Pavilion 8 at Burns Park. They will provide the hamburgers, hot dogs, and drinks, and all you need to bring is salad, chips, pickles, or dessert. 6 o'clock Saturday night.
Everybody, let's hope it gets a little cooler.
Yeah.
Alderwoman Robinson.
Mayor, with the heat index being like it is, I was just wondering if you were going to mention any places for our people to go.
Main Community Center, that's all, that's going to be open, and, you know, I know we've offered before, and people have found homes and friends, but until further notice, that certainly during the heat of the day, the main community center is where we're asking people who want a place to stay cool, that'll be open and available.
Mayor, Mr. Baskin said
Oh,
this
and the
morning the
library
library.
too. Yeah, that if they wanted to have some activity, obviously reading, internet, there's a cafe at the library. So this morning we talked about that in staff, and I was going to mention that in just a second. But either the main library or the community center. We also have our downtown library too, that I'm sure would be certainly a nice place to weather a little heat.
I have a question of Mr. Carter.
Okay.
I'm sure every ward has the same problem that Ward 4 seems to be having, is there's a number of homes that are in foreclosure with out-of-state banks. I'll give you an example of what one case is happening right now. It's up on Crestwood, and I think the address is like 2109 or 2209 or something. Recently, they hired someone to clean up the yard, the out-of-state bank did, and they raked all the leaves that could probably fill up one of our vacuum leaf trucks on the sidewalk and piled them up there and left. Now the neighbors are calling me and saying they can't access the sidewalk. What can we do about that, for example, about an out-of-state bank hiring a local yard cleaner upper and then just leaving a mess? And then the other question I have is these homes that are in foreclosure with these out-of-state banks, they're not doing anything to advertise that that house is either for sale or in foreclosure, and they're leaving it there to just kind of dry rot. The house across the street from me on Mill Creek has been in foreclosure now for over a year, and I don't think anyone has come by that has seen a for sale sign or a offer of a brochure or anything, even has any idea what that house is what's being asked of that house. Plus the fact the backyard, it looks like it's got about 6 feet of leaves in the back, and it's probably got all kinds of varmints and stuff back there that the neighbors are complaining about. What can we do anything about this growing concern and growing situation?
Well, I think we're not unique. Actually, I think that our problem with foreclosed homes is probably lesser than what you'd see in a lot of places around the country. So we're not the only city that's having this problem. As far as compelling the out-of-state bank to sell the property, you can't really do that. They're the owner of the property at this point, and they can sell it if they want to, or they can not sell it if they want to. However, by virtue of owning the property in our city, they're still held to our standards for property maintenance.
That's what I'm just saying. They can't operate by a different set of rules than what normal property owners operate under.
The same rules that apply to the bank, or the same rules that apply to every citizen north of the Rock, apply to the bank. And our lien provisions under Arkansas law were shored up over the past couple legislative cycles, and specifically contemplate responsibilities that are placed upon mortgage holders, like banks, that they step in. It's their responsibility as well to maintain those properties. So to avoid this problem of abandoned homes that have liens on them, if they want to maintain their lien, they're going to have to maintain the property. And actually, as you know, we approve liens from time to time, and we file those at Pulaski County. Those can be perfected where they have a higher interest than the bank's interest. And we've had pretty good luck whenever we perfect those liens and we notify the bank that we're fixing to take first interest on the property above their purchase money interest, that they put the wheels in motion. So that's probably our best avenue of approach, is try to either notify the bank, tell them that they're going to have to maintain the property. If they refuse to do so or fail to do so, then we use code to abate the nuisance.
How do I get the leaves off the sidewalk?
We can either compel them to do it, or notify them, tell them they have to do it, or we do it ourselves and we bill
And charge
them
them for it?
And then we file the lien, and go through the perfection process.
Same way as if they weren't mowing the grass, we'd go mow the grass for them, send them a bill for it.
Absolutely. It's the abatement of a nuisance. Either way
can-
you do it, it's the abatement of a nuisance.
So can we tweak our ordinance, our legislation to include, in addition to yard mowing, leaf removal?
I don't think that we're even required to tweak our ordinance.
I think the way that it's drafted, it's the abatement of a nuisance, and whether it be grass or cleaning up a pile of trash or whatever it might be.
Tearing down
In
a
this case,
house,
they're
tearing
blocking
down a
the,
fence. We've
blocking
done
the
all
city
those
right of way
things.
too, so.
We've done all those things where we perceive that there is a public nuisance. We submit that matter to city council, we take an abatement action against the property, and then we perfect our lien.
Okay? Any
Okay,
other
so-
questions or comments from the council? Mr. South?
It was asked that
Go ahead.
prior to the next event where fireworks are common, that if we could publish either on the community channel or in the paper or something, a reminder to the citizens that fireworks are illegal and discharging weapons within the city limits are also illegal, just to put it out as a reminder.
Chief Bradley, I don't know if he's here, but I know that we directed a significant amount of resources toward that, and we'll certainly, that's obviously, we'll be happy to do that. And
Publish the ordinance or something.
Sure, absolutely, because we have a lot of complaints. In fact, we had a fire. I don't know if it was fireworks, but it certainly, can risk homes, and it was burning hot yesterday afternoon up behind my house. So, we've got to be careful, and certainly injury and even death. I think we had seen some articles in the paper about some folks firing these cannon-type shells at people, and folks are looking for them. So, yeah. Any other questions, observations? I'm going to save my comment for the end, but we've got two people who signed up for 3 minutes. Microphone's open. All right. Not seeing anybody wanting to appear, then let me just simply say that it's hot outside. I'm not telling anybody anything new. Our electric department is working, as are many of our employees. So if you see one of them, they can't help but be out there because that's where their workstation is, and we're trying to take steps to make sure that they and we are sensitive to the conditions, and at the same time we're encouraging all of our folks to be careful because heat stroke can kill, and we certainly don't want anybody injured or having any kind of fatalities for sure. So, please be cognizant. Contact either the city or a friend or a neighbor, but don't stay in your home, and don't risk the heat because it certainly is dangerous. So, with that word of caution and plea, I guess if you'd say it, for folks to be careful and cautious and take care of a neighbor or friend, or check on a neighbor or friend if you have that opportunity or have that neighbor or friend that might be at risk. With that, have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Stay cool, and on the motion, Ms. Whitby.
Ross? White?
Yes.
Taylor?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Vouch?
Yes.
Height?
Yes.
And Witcher?
Yes.
Arkansas.
I think the mayor just broke his